had been crushing on Felix for 5 years, and the moment I found out he was crazy about Beatrice Mercer, the head cheerleader, I was done. I switched seats in class, stopped our lunch dates, skipped study sessions, and walked home alone. Before my mom and I moved away, I slipped the scarf I'd knitted for Felix, the one I never had the courage to give him, into the desk of the girl who sat in front of him, with a note saying, "I think you're a decent person. Here, take it." I never expected to see Felix Hale again, but I did, and the scarf I had meant for some random girl was wrapped around his neck. Everything began that day at the track meet. A bomb dropped that the moment Felix scooped Beatrice up and carried her to the nurse's office. The panic on his face was caught on camera. I had been so blind. Felix had feelings for Beatrice I should have known. I'd seen him staring at her through the classroom window, his eyes shining. How had I been so foolish? Felix and Beatrice, with their perfect looks and family connections, seemed made for each other, a star quarterback and the head cheerleader. Even if Felix liked anyone, it should be Beatrice. Spending years by their side had made me forget. I was different. My mom worked for Felix's family, so I moved in their circles for a while, but I never truly belonged. Beatrice's shoes cost more than a month of my mom's salary. Felix never wore anything less than 40-figure shoes. That thought crushed me, and I shoved Felix's birthday gift deep into my locker without looking at it. My mood turned icy when people bombarded me. "I don't know anything about their stuff," a sharp voice snapped. "How do you not know?" Others added, "Don't hide it from us. We won't tell the principal." That look on his face when Beatrice fell. He totally likes her. Each question hit me like a blow as they pressed around my desk. For the first time in 2 years, I was the center of attention. But what would I say next? I hated it. My control snapped. I said, "I don't know. Are you deaf or what?" It was the first time I'd ever lost it. Everyone froze. Someone stepped back and a gap opened. That's when I saw Felix and Beatrice standing beyond the crowd. They must have just come back from the nurse's office. Side by side, they looked like a perfect couple. Every eye in the hall and classroom was on them. Felix's cold eyes locked on mine. "Come with me for a second." Ignoring all the curious and gossiping stares, he pulled me outside. He didn't care what people thought, because honestly no one would ever imagine he and I had anything going on. "Why did you let Beatrice run the 800 meter race for you?" His voice cut sharply. "I told you from the start. If you didn't want to run, don't sign up." Bailing out and making Beatrice fix your mess, almost putting her in danger. It felt like a verdict being passed down. I wanted to tell him it wasn't my choice. I'd been pranked and someone put my name on the list. I wanted to say I didn't skip the race on purpose. My mom had passed out and I was at the hospital helping her. I wanted to explain I never asked Beatrice to run. I told the coach to find someone else, but somehow it ended up being Beatrice. But the words stuck in my throat the moment I saw the ice in his eyes. Felix liked Beatrice. It didn't matter if I had an excuse or not. All that mattered was that I had indirectly hurt her. He knew I hadn't done it on purpose, but he was still furious. Furious because I hurt the one woman he was obsessed with. Explaining wouldn't make him calm down. "I'm sorry." I dropped my eyes and apologized quietly. Felix frowned. "You shouldn't be apologizing to me. You should be apologizing to Beatrice." "Okay, maybe I agreed too quickly too easily." He swallowed hard. His frown deepened. His dark eyes searched mine, hesitated, then finally said, "Yeah." I didn't look back. I turned and headed to Beatrice's classroom. She wasn't in the same class as Felix and me. Usually after class lunch or when walking home, Beatrice would come find us and the three of us would go together. I never thought much of it before, assuming we were all good friends. Now I saw I was just a third wheel, always standing between them, an obstacle. They were probably tired of me being so clueless, but knowing that, I wasn't going to cling to them anymore. For days I avoided them at lunch on the roof. After school I stayed late, making excuses to skip walking home with them. When they invited me to the library on the weekend,